Hi Pisces, we're going to do your next 3-month reading. So, welcome. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's general, as you know. Look at this twin flame energy coming through. So the roles could be reversed, they could intermingle, they could flip around. And it's not gender specific, so ignore me if I say he, she. Also, the extendeds, I will list any valuable extendeds down below. I don't do them for each video. I haven't done that many, but the ones I've done have been extremely detailed and somewhat like personal. So I'll list them down below. You can check those out if you want. They're especially valuable if you're on a twin flame journey. Which we're seeing a little bit of that right now, and we'll see. And or if you're feeling stuck, there's a lot of stuck energy going on right now. So let's look at your pre-shuffle. So pre-shuffle, we got the Five of Swords. So what is the Five of Swords? It's all about conflict, you know, fighting, battling, bickering, strife. And then we have the King of Swords, but it's in the reverse. I'm going to flip it over just for, for you guys to see. But the King of Swords in reverse, the King of Swords is somebody that's very determined, or somebody that's very direct, okay? But in reverse, it's kind of telling me that somebody that maybe is detached from because of conflict, or their detachment is causing conflict. Could be you, could be your person. But it also is between these two cards and including the energy that's just coming through across the board right now. There's a need for some, truth, clarity, possibly an apology. But the lack of clarity is causing detachment, or the detachment is causing confusion. All right. And then we got these two. So this one is the Emperor. The Emperor could be divine masculine, so we've got a couple signs of that already. And then we have, the Emperor is all about stability. The Emperor is in control. It's about stability and things, foundations being strong, okay? This is the Judgment card. So, could be reconciliation or union, but there's a need for stability to get to this point. I believe this might be your in-between. I'm going to show you too. The animal spirit you got was the Flamingo spirit, which is about embracing the in-between. Don't let the in-between in the unknowing of the future panic you or shake you. You got to stay stable, okay? So judgment, that could be a judgment call. It could be reconciliation. We'll just have to see. And then we also have the Page of Pentacles. So again, I'm thinking possibly apology. And look, this could be accepting an apology. These two together make me think apology and truth, clarity, apology, possibly going to lead to a new beginning. We're going to get some advice and do a spread, but this is just pre-shuffle, strong pre-shuffle. So we have Page of Pentacles. It's a seed planted, something stable. It's communication of something stable, and it could be an apology. This Fool card is about a new beginning, breaking free of, breaking out of that cocoon and shedding your skin. It's ascension, it's growth. So very, very good message. I'm very happy with it so far. We'll see what happens. I didn't even read these. I just saw these two and grabbed them. But Three of Wands, that's moving forward. That's progress. It's forward motion. It's very much what this pre-shuffle said. It's making, peace with the past, or at least just putting it behind you. It's accepting where you are, and it's just focusing on the future with each wand. See that? Focusing on the future. Here's Two of Cups. Two of Cups is two people that equally give and take. And then the Four of Wands, 1111, could be a twin flame journey that you're on. Of course, you probably know if you're on a twin flame journey that those are difficult, they're tricky, and there's a lot of mirroring going on. If you're disappointed with what somebody's giving you, that's a good indication of what you may not be giving yourself, okay? If If you're somebody's not giving you enough attention, that's a good indication that you're not giving yourself enough attention. If they're not giving you enough value, same thing, okay? So anyway, we're going to put these three back and we are going to lay out a spread. Again, the extendeds are very good for twin flame, soulmate. I'll put some down below. And you can check them out and then decide if you want to watch them or you want to purchase them. Okay. Well, let's look at you. Okay, Ace of Cups. I like it. This came out in the pre-shuffle too. So that's a new beginning in love. Seven of Cups. Is it doable? Can we get there from here? Look how far that is. She's like, I want to go there. And he's going, I just don't know how to do that. I don't know if I can make you happy. How do I get there from here? Knight of Pentacles, that might be what's causing some, slowness. The Knight of Pentacles is a stable knight. It's a knight that with good intentions and sincere, but it's my favorite knight in the deck, the most stable knight, but it is slow moving. So again, back to the, look how congruent this reading is, back to the embrace the in-between. Don't let the in-between and the unknown get this thing to can't, there we go, to throw you off your course, you know what I'm saying? Your energy, Ten of Wands, feeling very burdened, heavily burdened, carrying the weight of the world. You may be feeling like you did all of the work here. Maybe you feel like you put more in. I have a feeling your person doesn't think that. So King of Pentacles, stability, that's really strong finances. You may be burdened by, somebody here may be burdened by how much work or attention they're having to put into work, finances. But that's also a good indication that finances are going well. Okay, in your person's energy, we have the Six of Wands. That's success, recognition. We have strong success here. Look at that, Justice, Libran energy. You could be dealing with a Libra. Justice is about balance, things being balanced out. If you feel like you haven't been recognized, then it looks like this is going to balance out, or you are going to get you some advice, though. Okay, Page of Swords, recent past. This could be spying, but the pages are information, they're messages. Okay, so with the swords, that's mental, that's truth, clarity. I don't know, I'm not getting a mixed vibe on that. Five of Cups. So this actually, Pisces, could be that somebody is overthinking and maybe looking into some things, but very inquisitive, maybe looking into some things online or behind the scenes. And if that's you doing that, that may be what's causing some of your pain. You can sometimes get the wrong idea. It's better to communicate than to try to make things happen, like in a sneaky, behind the scenes way. I don't like that my camera's not focusing. There, we're going to have to scoot in just a little. I'll just have to layer the cards for you. So outcome, see, somebody is about to give more. This is good. You're about to receive, and it could be money. But we are talking love too, so good things coming. The Hangman. That's seeing things from a different perspective. It's purposeful. It's a decision to look at things differently. What is going on with my camera? Let me try turning off the light. Let's see if that helps. King of Cups. Actually, I'm going to turn on another light. Hold on. Sorry, babes. Let's see if that helps at all. I just, I go through too much to have you guys not be able to see these cards. So, King of Cups. Amazing. Outcome. Love. Somebody that shows love. Somebody that feels a lot of love. Ooh, forward motion. Yeah. I feel like everything's coming together here. I haven't really gotten a strong what to do yet. Before the Chariot is about moving forward, forward motion, divine timing, divine direction. This is all very positive. What did we need to let go of? We needed to let go of lack of clarity, maybe trying to control things. I think also, I don't know if I said this already, but I feel like you need to make sure you are either apologize if you need to, or that you are open to an apology. Maybe there was an apology or somebody wants to apologize, but because you're, maybe digging your heels in, they're not, or they're afraid to. I hope I'm not confusing you. Let's see. Because I think I just confused myself. Let's see. But it is all about the in-between, If somebody is moving on a slower pace than you, remember that whatever you're feeling like someone else, the void someone else can fill, that's actually something that you should work on doing for yourself. So if it's not attention, then you probably need to give yourself some more attention. If you don't feel like they're treating you like the person that you are and deserve to be treated, maybe you're not treating yourself that way. So you can redirect that attention onto yourself instead of trying to feel like you're only going to be happy if you get it from someone else. Self-love. Wow. This is also money, abundance. So that's what your focus needs to be. 8 of Cups. What are we walking away from? I'm going to ask. 9 of Cups. Again, self-love. This is all about being okay on your own. Both of them are. This is self-love. 9 of Pentacles. That's independence, financial independence. It's also about being single. So there may be a message here for some of you to be okay with being single. Once you kind of let go of that outcome and stop trying to manipulate the outcome or orchestrate it. And there was another message that I got, I think it was for Cancer, that was kind of like about pouting or trying to get attention the wrong way, which is just confusing someone else. So let's recap here. It looks like your person is not sure. It's very similar to Cancer's reading. Not sure, but their new love or a new beginning in love is strong here. The dynamic, the connection is very strong here. But there's a lack of clarity. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Empress. Now we have Empress and Emperor. So very strong twin flame. 4 of Pentacles. So also, just going from the bottom, we have the Devil card. That's obsession. Or it could be bad habits. Could be false mask. You may want to check out the Cancer reading, or you may want to check out the extendeds for twin flame. Those are amazing. But the 4 of Pentacles is fear of black, like fear of doing without, fear of losing out, like, oh no, am I going to lose this person? Where, this also can, okay, well, it looks like somebody has a bit of maybe a self-medication, self-medicating something in overabundance, maybe drinking. So there's a need for balance with the Temperance card. But what I was saying is it's really important to not need someone else, to be able to fill your own cup. Get that cup filled other places. That way you take some of the pressure off your person to fill your cup, So let's read the Flamingo spirit, because that will probably tie everything in. So embrace the in-between. Balance comes easy to Flamingo, who sees what was and what will be and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and plan for a future yet to be, but do not resist Flamingo Spirit's call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens. So, yeah, I feel like there needs to be more of a focus on the now instead of how do I make this happen in the future, when it comes to love and relationships. Be open to an apology, or maybe you need to go back and accept an apology. But there is reconciliation. Looks like it's going to be a decision involved, though. Which one foot in the life are you moving away from, and the one in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions? You must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. This is Judgment and Emperor. Oh my gosh, look at that. Did y'all see that? Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? That's a bit crazy. Wow. Look at it. Okay, let's keep going. That's crazy. I just got chills. Okay. The presence of Flamingo Spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arising within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. I think something came out earlier on being okay being alone for now. And sometimes that's what we have to learn before we can come together with someone else. If we put all our happiness reliant on someone else, and then we get that someone else, typically it doesn't work. There's a strong need to be okay on your own, be able to fill your own cup, be your own cake, and then that way you can be more successful with someone else. So remain here in a balanced state of mind. You can trust this moment and yourself as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you are experiencing in this in-between time. If you're feeling nervous and wobbly, stop worrying about the past and the future. Instead, be present in the moment, balancing. For now is the space in which your creativity arises. Creativity is your birthright, but if you're moving too quickly in an attempt to avoid the discomfort of the transition, you can blind yourself to the miraculous possibilities that are before you now and those just coming into being. I'm going to read that again. Creativity is your birthright, but if you're moving too quickly in an attempt to avoid the discomfort of transition, you can blind yourself to the miraculous possibilities that are before you now and those just coming into being. The past has its lessons and planning has its merits, but right now you may be imbalanced because you're becoming too nostalgic for what was once or too anxious about what the future might hold. Wow. Wow, wow. I'm gonna hold this here so you can take a screenshot. That's amazing information. Hopefully that's clear. Or you can pause it and read it. The past has its lessons and its merits. I'm going to read it again. The past has its lessons and planning, it has its merits, but right now you may be imbalanced because you're becoming too nostalgic for what once was or too anxious about what the future might hold. There is time to plan carefully. For now, be still and know that Spirit is here co-creating with you in this moment. The next step will appear when it needs to appear. Relax into a state of equanimity, I don't know that word, equanimity and balance. So any anxiety can transmute into trust and faith that all will be as it will for the highest good. Wow, wow, wow. Totally pulled everything together. This synchronicity, this is spirit. That's not coincidence, okay? So powerful message. This ties everything together about clarity and truth. And there's a strong discomfort in conflict, inner conflict about not knowing what's going on. So what you can do is you can, be clear in your communications, but you also need to have peace with the in-between. Embrace the in-between and embrace that you're not supposed to know everything. Maybe knowing everything would change your course. Maybe you would falsely course correct. So have some peace with not knowing. Let me see what else we had here. We do have signs of twin flame. I'll link the twin flame extendeds below. Those are amazing. I hope this was clear. So your person is just not sure if they can make it to there. There is a new beginning in love coming. But just, don't panic on this. Don't try to coordinate and manipulate everything for a specific outcome. Have trust and let things be, okay? Abundance is coming. Justice, we had the Justice card, so Libran energy, which was implying that generosity and equal give and take is coming also. We had that twice. We had equal give and take twice. We had it in the pre-shuffle as well. Six of Wands, your value and this is being recognized and rewarded. So if this was all one way or more so, and let me just say real quick, if you are giving too much to a relationship and the other person isn't giving as much, we have a tendency to give more, to try and show them our value more. Don't do that. That doesn't work. It doesn't work, okay? And running after someone who's running does not help get them back, So there's a strong need to just have faith and trust in the in-between, and don't be afraid of space. Just have peace with it, because otherwise you come across and you feel needy and your energy is needy, and you are not needy. You've got good things coming, okay? A new beginning. There may be an apology you may have been stubborn about, or maybe the other person. But this is, a stable new beginning. We had the Knight of Pentacles. We have things are not moving real fast, but that's because they're moving more stable. This is a new beginning with the Fool card, and the Fool card depicts things that are, it's like breaking free of everything that is like baggage. It's like letting go of baggage and traveling light. The Fool, it just starts over fresh and anew and doesn't carry all the baggage of the past. Yeah, you guys have union coming, but there's some steps that have to be taken, or some peace of mind that has to be achieved. Remember, if you're looking for your person to fill in a void, then that right there, whatever void you're feeling that you're wanting them to fill in, that is what you yourself need to fill in. So if it's treating you the way you deserve to be treated, then you need to look at yourself and see where you're not treating yourself where you need to be, the way you need to, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I love you guys. Let me know in the comments. I hope this made sense. It made perfect sense to me. I hope it made sense to you. But let me know. I love to hear your stories and what's going on. Thank you so much for those of you who support each other in the comments. I love that, and I hope you guys are praying for each other. I pray for you every day, and love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Bye, Cancer.